Hi there, it's Cherie from Cherie'sCraftyGirls.com. Thank you for joining me today. Today my project is inspired by another demonstrator called Linda Parker, who made this beautiful shadow box. In Linda's she put a big part of Galaxy. I think it's absolutely fantastic to give us a gift for someone with a little bar of chocolate in there, well quite a big bar of chocolate in there, or whatever you fancy putting in there. I just think it's a really attractive box. So to make this, you're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock. The base I'm using in Sweet Sugar Plum, and that measures, if I can just pick it up, that measures 11 5/8 by 8.5 inches. And then for the belly band or sleeve, I'm using Blooms and Bliss, because I think the colours go superbly with the base, with the Sweet Sugar Plum, and that measures 12 by 7 5/8. And to make the little tag topper, you need a piece of cardstock that measures 3 inches by 2 inches, and you just pop it inside your tag topper punch, and you just push it right the way through, punch, and out it pops. And I've also on this side used the Blooms and Bliss, and that I used that measured 3 inches by 1 3/4 inch. This one was 3 inches, and I think I just used 1 3/4 inch square. And of course we used a little petite petal punch to make the flower. So to make the base, you're going to take your larger piece of cardstock that measures 11 5/8 by 8.5. With the long side at the top, you're going to start your scoring at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 and 2 inches. Then you want 9 5/8, 10 1/8, 10 5/8, 11 1/8. Whoops, that skipped. Then turn it round so the short side is at the top, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5, 2 inches. Come right the way across to 6.5 inches, 7, 7.5 and 8 inches. Keeping the short side at the top, you're now going to notch at 2.5 inches to the second score line, and again at 6 inches to the second score line. Turn it completely round excuse me, so that the other short side is at the top, and again score 2.5 inches to the second score line, 6 inches to the second score line. Now pop your scoring board away, and I'm just going to find my bowling folder and just fold and burnish the score lines. Don't worry about the little ones, they're just little markers for when we cut. So fold and burnish your score lines. All the way around the box. I think this is the most time consuming part of making the box, is just the burnishing, because there's quite a lot to do. Last side. There we are. And then taking our snips, we're first going to cut down these little notches to the second line. So cut down to those first. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come across where you in your corner. You've got a box with little boxes inside it. cut up the end line from the boxes to the rectangle, and then you're going to, actually I think it would have been easier if we cut this bit first. We cut from this, where the box comes across and we've made the groove down, we're going to do a diagonal to the box of boxes, if that makes sense. So diagonally cut to your box of boxes, and then you're going to snip the corner free, like so. There we go. So I'll just explain again on this one. So you've got your corner where you have your boxes of boxes, and then you have your little groove. We've cut down our groove. Now we're going to diagonally cut across to our box of boxes, and then we're going to come down our box of boxes and take that corner completely away. So cut down your notches on both sides, fold that in because it just makes it easier, and cut across to your adjacent corner, and then straight down to your next score line, and remove that section of boxes completely away. Again, come down from your groove, diagonally across and down, and remove the corner completely. I do hope that makes sense. So you end up with a template like so. Now turn that over with some sticky strip, pop some across each edge of each side. You could use fast fused snail, you probably could use Tombow. I'm very much a sticky strip type of girl. I tend to use that much more than I use any of the other adhesives. I don't have anything against the other adhesives, this is just my preference. But whichever you're more comfortable with, that is the one you should use. Okay, then turning it over, you are then just going to put some adhesives on these little diagonal corners. So just pop a little piece of sticky strip on each of those. While you have your adhesive at hand. This I would use sticky strip for rather than any of the other ones. But it's entirely up to you. I just think this is easy because this is what holds the corners together. Okay, so take your long sides first, remove your backing, fold your side in half, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, so fold it in half and then fold it in half again and burnish, and there is one side of your box made. So repeat on the other side, remove it back in, fold it in half and then in half once again, and there's the other side of your box. Now this is where it gets just a little bit more tricky. Removing your sticky strip, backing if I can get it off, there we go, and also remove your sticky strip on your two little diagonals. Now taking your diagonals, you're going to come up, making your corner as neat as you can, and pop that diagonal on top there, and the same here, bring your corner as neat as you can, bringing your diagonal over, and then you're just going to tuck this flap inside itself, like so, and pop it down. And there is one corner of your box. And repeat on the other side. So remove your sticky strip. I mean, you can leave this on till you've done the corners. I just find it easier to remove it all together. So aligning your corners so they're really nice and neat. You're bringing your corner so it comes across and it adheres there. Again, making sure your corner's nice and even. And then just tuck that inside itself to seal the box. And there you have a box frame made. Isn't that lovely? Thank you, Linda. I think that is lovely. And to make the sleeve, again we need our scoring board. And we're going to score with the long side at the top. I've lost the measurements, I really can't remember. Oh goodness me. I'm just going to, I really can't remember. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry. Hi, back again. Sorry about that. I couldn't remember how we did the box, but I remembered my measurements were 3 3/4, and you score down, and then you do again at 4 3/8, and you score down, 7 7/8, and 9 3/8, and score. What Linda did, however, which I don't know which you'll find easiest, Linda got the card and she centralised it, the box, onto the DSP and folded the box round and creased, and then I believe she went away and scored them. And then she did the same on the other side, put the box round, creased and went away and scored them. I just found it easier to do it that way. So after I'd folded and burnished all my score lines, I went along and popped some sticky tape just along one edge, it doesn't matter which one, and then you're just going to pop your box inside for stability, and then just align the sleeve so that the sides all match and marry. That hasn't cut very straight, has it? Like so. And there is your beautiful sleeve on your box, which I think is lovely, really nice. So I'm not very happy that hasn't cut very straight there, so I'm just going to trim that up just a little bit so it sits neater, much better. There we go. So pop that back onto your box. I think the colours really marry, so pretty, really lovely. And there is your sleeve. And then all we did was got some ribbon and your tag, and I punched out a little flower from Petite's Petals. I punched out 2, stuck them together, and I'm just going to pop that on with a glue dot onto my tag, like so. I think that's very pretty. Then with your ribbon, just length round enough to make a bow. This ribbon is absolutely fabulous for making bows. I'm not a very good bow person, as many of you will know. Try that. But this I seem to be able to manage quite well. Hopefully I can do that now, I've said it. But the proof is in the pudding, as they say. And here we are, if I can just grab the end. Oh goodness. Me and my fat fingers. Off screen I can do it really well. On screen, struggle, struggle, struggle. But there you are. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love this ribbon. Really think it's lovely. And there's your bow. And just trim the edges off a little bit. Just give them some nice angle. Oh, I really think I need to treat myself to some new scissors. And then with a glue dot on your... Oh, I've got one stuck to my finger now. On your tag. And one, I think I'm just going to put below. So I put one top and bottom of the actual little notch. And I'm just going to tuck that in and stick it down. There, I think that's really, really lovely. And there we have 2 shadow boxes to make a bar of chocolate look much more expensive. I do hope you've enjoyed my video, and thanks to Linda Parker again for such a beautiful shadow box. Until next time, take care, bye.